You know, the interesting thing that I find with the younger generation today, your generation, is that what we had to go through and what we needed to arrive at a synthesis is already there for your generation. To be concrete, I started as an activist in the 60s. I mean, you know, the so-called famous 60s, all over the world, the student power, youth power, whatever, a total questioning of all structures, of all isms and all of this, but it was pretty external. And so it was all externally driven. There was no view of the interiority of the person that was doing that. Then the sort of project sort of fizzled away as the structures remained and became more hardened in the struggle. And a lot of people went into the so-called consciousness movement with an intense focus on inner consciousness. But there was a dichotomy between the outer and the inner. Our own work now in the last 10 years is to bring these two streams together, the social stream, the consciousness stream. I think we're succeeding, at least in our own work in the Philippines, and I'm increasingly seeing this also in other parts of the world. But the exciting thing is that young people know that as if that's obvious. That is the starting point of your generation, is obvious. So therefore you can really take up that work to another much higher level because you already have it. I don't know why, but that's the reality and the phenomenon that I'm encountering. I was here in Germany, for example. We did this work with young people. I mean, your friend Adrian and all the group. When we were preparing for the conference, you know, how to design it. It was called Design with Young People. I felt I was sitting, they were like 20 or 21 or 22 years old. I felt like sitting with a 50-year-old person with a very young face on the other side of the table, asking very deep questions about things that I never thought when I was their age. But now it's also obvious to me, given all the experience. But I guess that's how the baton of one generation to the next is passed on. That is the younger generation is, for me, always spiritually more profound than the older generation. Why that is I don't, one can have thinking a lot about that and many from that different perspectives. But that's just a phenomenon. Otherwise, evolution will stop. You have to use the base, and then you create the context for the next generation that comes after you, which is even more sophisticated than both our generations.